Hey, what is up guys? DRC3 here, back with another My Hero Ultra Impact video, and today we are going to be showcasing the brand new UR Holiday Threads Todoroki. I really wanted this character, guys, so badly in fact, that I went to pity for him. If you haven't checked out those summon videos, there are 3 of them. Go check them out, because even though we had to pity this guy, we had some cool summons along the way and actually got some pretty interesting stuff, so they are worth watching. And then as for this guy right here, we're going to be trying him out on the blood stage on the new SS difficulty on the 3rd floor against Stain. But before we do that, let's talk about what he can do, because this guy's kit has so much, but it can get very confusing very quickly and make it hard for people to use. So let's go ahead and take a look. First off, when we get into the screen right here, you'll notice his advanced leveling is not all the way done. It is 3,800 out of 5,000 for his HP. His power and speed are done, but I'm still working on his HP. That is because I have so many characters with like DX pieces and stuff that I'm working on their advanced leveling as well, so I just couldn't quite get him done all the way in time for this showcase. And I'm not going to spend money in the shop for advanced level items that you literally can get for free from dispatches in the shop. Like, you get them actually fairly quickly, so please do not waste money on advanced leveling items if you are a pay-to-play player. Like, even me as a pay-to-play player, it's just not worth it. You can get them from the case files as well. Like, there's so many ways to get them, right? Okay, so with that said, on to the skills. His plus ultra move is called Freezing Sunrise. It deals 700% damage to a single opponent, makes all allies ecstatic for 3 turns, and makes himself ecstatic for 5 turns. That is ridiculously good, especially if you can get his plus ultra turn 2 like you're going to see in the showcase. And if you can get his plus ultra turn 2 and make your allies ecstatic, it opens up a lot of possibilities, especially when it comes to getting like 4 to 5 turn clears with max technicals and status ailments and stuff like that. So this guy is just automatically very good for his plus ultra alone. His first action skill has a status ailment, and it also has a technical hit when you use it in a 3rd successfully executed skill chain. So that's really good, and it has a cooldown time of 6. A cooldown time of 6 might sound bad, but realistically that can be a cooldown time of 5 or 4 depending on how you use it, and I'll explain that here in a second. But it all has to do with his auto skill, so keep that in mind. That cooldown time of 6 is not actually a cooldown time of 6. His second action skill does the same thing. It has a medium chance of burning the opponent, which is a status element, and then it also raises your plus ultra gauge of all allies by 25%, which is very important for getting your plus ultra turn 2, because this is going to allow you to do that. And it's also a technical hit because it says when used in a successfully executed skill chain. This one has a cooldown time of 5. So this one can technically be a cooldown time of 4 or a cooldown time of 3. Now let me explain why. Looking at this auto skill right here, his first auto skill, Tearing Ice, it shortens character's action skill cooldown time by 1 when used in a 2nd or later successfully executed skill chain. So let's say we use the 2nd skill first, Raging Fist. When we use that skill, this auto skill is going to kick in, and it's going to reduce that cooldown time by 1, making that a cooldown time of 4. Next turn, we use the other action skill, Ice Fog. That auto skill, once again, is going to kick in and reduce Ice Fog's cooldown to 5, but not only Ice Fog's cooldown time down to 5, but it's also going to reduce Raging Fist cooldown time again. So on turn 1 we reduced it to 4, turn 2 we can actually reduce it to 3, which is just ridiculous. So this guy can have a 3-turn cooldown move if you wanted to use it in that order. So that opens up a lot of opportunities with this guy for messing around with his cooldowns and stuff like that, which I don't think we've really had a character like that before that has like optional cooldowns basically, which makes him very good for VE Tower. And then of course we have his second auto skill, Scorching Wind. When character is ecstatic, increases plus ultra move skill impact of all allies by 20% and speed by 20%. Increasing skill impact of all allies by 20% is good, especially when melting through like a 600,000 health Stain is what I think he has. It's going to help us do the damage we need to do to get a 5-turn clear in the run I'm about to show you guys. For the ability board, I have his ability board quite a ways. I have it on board 10. I actually just need a little more gold and a few more things to get it past board 10. They made it reasonably hard to get gold lately with their changes to the hero lottery, so that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And then the peace route is all the way done. He's level 100. And then the DX route, I didn't pull any copies obviously because I pitied him. nothing on the DX route, but still, even level 100, like this guy could be level 80 and he would still be very, very good for VE Tower. So with that said, we're running him alongside Fantasy Todoroki for crit and Hawks for his low cooldowns as well. And I'm about to show you guys a 5-turn clear on the new double S difficulty of VE Tower. And this is actually when I got my high score for VE Tower. That brought me from 9th place in VE Tower up to, I think, 7th place, just to secure my spot in the top 10 before VE Tower ends in about 7 days from recording this. So let's get into it. As we get into this here, keep in mind all the stuff I said before. It's going to go through it fairly quick, probably quicker than I can say it. So as we watch this back, because this was before it's pre-recorded, it takes a lot of tries to get the perfect score, right? We're going to be using the New Year's Todoroki pretty much always in the 3rd skill chain spot, so we get double technicals because you have to have it in the 3rd skill chain spot to get that technical hit off. And then you can see he lands his burn as well, which is going to help us get the 5 status ailments we need. And then right here we have a turn 2 plus ultra. That turn 2 plus ultra is going to allow us to make all of our other characters ecstatic, which is really, really nice. And he has a sick plus ultra animation. Like, look at this, absolutely beautiful. Hits for 28,000, which is a decent amount. It's not a ton, but now we have these 2 plus ultras up, but we're going to continue the skill chain this way so we can get our max skill chain of 10. I know it's a little bit of a weird way to do this, probably different than what you're normally used to watching, but this is just the order you have to do it in to get the perfect 5-turn clear. And that is all possible because of Todoroki making our allies ecstatic, and he's going to give us basically plus ultras a lot faster than we're used to. And then having those double status elements and the double technicals going on as well is very, very, very good. And then right here, this is our final turn. We're going to use all 3 plus ultras. And we got this Todoroki again for 30,000 without a crit, which is still pretty good. He hits a crit for 90,000, and then Hawks will hit a crit for 78,000 right here. And that was actually 20 crits and 10 technicals, 5 status elements on the dot. Like, it was a perfect 5-turn clear, which is only possible because you're able to get this Todoroki's plus ultra turn 2. And then we also had a 10 skill chain, which is really, really good for a total score of 3,988. If you don't know anything about VE Tower, 3,988 on this blood stage double S difficulty is very, very, very good. Like, that is, it wouldn't be possible without this Todoroki. I cannot say enough about how good he is. Now, I will say, I put an action skill cooldown time memory on him just to make his cooldowns even lower, so keep that in mind. Same thing with Hawks. I believe I put one on him too, or either that or I put it on Todoroki, but yeah, you guys get the picture. And that gave me an overall score of 11,040, which is actually a really high score. I think the highest score is like 11,098 right now or something like that. 11,040 is definitely good enough, I think, to keep me in the top 10 until the VE Tower ends. If not, we could redo it and go for a higher score. But once again, that is all thanks to the New Year's Todoroki. If you guys would like to see a New Year's Todoroki PvP showcase, let me know in the comments. Go down there, hit that like button, and hit that subscribe button. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.